right, we've got a triangle ABC. CAB is 55 as labeled. AM, so just this bit, is 10. M is the midpoint of AB, so that means immediately we also know that MB is 10, and that's 10 meters. All right, CMB is isosceles. CMB is isosceles. CM is the same as MB. That must mean that this is also 10 then. That means straight away this triangle is also isosceles because we have 10 and 10. So write down the length of MB. We stated that was 10. CMB is this angle here. Well, I know in this triangle that it's isosceles. This side and this side are the same. So this angle must match my 55, which means this angle is going to be 180 minus 55 minus 55. So that's going to be 70. And now this angle will be 180 minus 70, which will be 110. So angle CMB is 110 degrees. And again, that's because it is 180 minus 70. Okay, find the length of CB. So now I want to know this one. I know side, angle, side. So here's my 110. Because I know the angle in between the two sides, that tells me that I'm going to use cosine rule to find this. But since I know that this is equilateral, I could also figure out the size of these angles, and then I could use sine rule. So we've got two ways to do it. So I'm going to start by using cosine rule. So x squared is equal to 10 squared plus 10 squared minus 2 times 10 times 10 cosine of 110. Remember, this angle always matches with this side, and the letters ABC in your cosine rule don't really matter. So if I come back down to my cosine rule, so these letters don't actually matter so much. It's just that this angle matches this side that's on the left of the equal sign. So put all this in my calculator. 10 squared, whoops. Let's do that better. 10 squared plus 10 squared minus 2 times 10 times 10 times cos 110. It's a lot of tens. So that's my x squared value. So then square root that. And I get x is about 16.4. And that's in meters. So now let's do it the sine rule way. If I had used sine rule, I know this is 110. So these two angles must add up to make my 70, because 180 for all three of them minus 110 is going to be 70. And then 70 divided by 2 is going to give me each of these angles. So that'll be 35 degrees. 35 degrees. So I could also say that x divided by sine of 110 must be equal to 10 divided by sine of 35. So remember, I'm going to use the version of the sine rule that has my x on top. So this time it's a side, so side on top. To get this x alone, I'm going to multiply both sides by sine of 110. So 10 over sine 35 times sine of 110. Hopefully I'm going to end up with the same value of x. Let's see. Times sine 110. 16.4. So it doesn't matter which method I use there, I get the same answer.